Yo!
Hey, everybody.
My camera's a little off on me.
Hi.
Recenter it.
Welcome to Community Showcase. This time it's about me.
It's
about
Bradley. Bradley Ellis.
Bradley Ellis. Yeah.
It's me, Chris Pratt. Just watched Jurassic World Dominion with Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Dropped a peanut. Oh no.
Mo D1. Oh, D1212. Thanks for the 31 months.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm eating some peanuts.
Japanese peanuts.
Japanese peanuts? Wow.
Good stuff. Welcome to Community Showcase for January 2023. $15 and up patrons. Sorry, $10 and up patrons. Part of our Community Showcase tier. Got to send us submissions. Sorry. For Brad!
Yay!
And there's some good stuff here. I already saw something that Brad's gonna really like.
Okay.
I like peanuts.
I like peanuts.
I like peanuts. Little capybara. So a little fun stuff real quick. You're not the only one this month who had to who edited a submission, so there were 2 entries. Multiple usual suspects who recurring submitters who've always submitted a showcase as far as I can remember had edits. So there were multiple people. I guess when it rains it pours. You know, LA it's pouring, so hey, good symbolism there. So there were a lot of redos on there. Caught me a little bit off. I knew about yours, Level Capybara, but then I got confused when I saw the first one. I was like, wasn't you? I'm like, wait, huh? Did this person was it this person that messaged me? And then I saw another one, I'm like, oh no, multiple. Also, fun fact, several of our usuals who submit in a certain category submitted entries in a different category this time. Kind of a lot of musical chairs going on here.
Neat.
Yeah, changing it up a bit. All right.
Cool. Thanks for submitting, everybody. Well, let's dive in.
So if you're not familiar with these, we have text submissions. We have images like photos and artwork. We have we have a single audio submission. You can guess from who. That one stayed constant. And then we have several video submissions to go through. And as always, we start with the text submissions.
Right.
And we've been alternating reading these, so I will start first. Brad will read the next one, and then we'll keep alternating like that. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Our first text submission comes from Brandon Kagan. 2022 had a fair amount for me. But before getting into my GOTY list, I want to shout out The Last of Us Part 1 and Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion for being the best versions of a couple of my favorite games. However, they're still older games, so I can't count them.
Yeah, they are the best versions. Definitely.
Now, my 2022 GOTY ballot.
All right.
From bottom to
Love to hear those GOTYs. Let's go.
New Tales from the Borderlands is unremarkable.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything good or bad, and with hard to care about characters with a forgettable story, it's hard to recommend, even for hardcore Borderlands
Wait,
fans.
is that your GOTY cell? I mean, I guess it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with loving a game that's got flaws. Absolutely not.
Evil West is the epitome of swimming in sevens.
I think I gave this game a 7 or 7.5 maybe.
Solid premise with a neat fusion of Old West with futuristic tech while killing disgusting monsters. Distorted character animations, poor voice direction, and irritating storytelling keep it from being great.
Sorry, wrong game. I was Weird West.
Okay.
But I wanted to play that game. It looked cool.
Excuse me. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is the wonderful idea of playing a tabletop RPG as a Borderlands game. And though it has its moments, it ultimately doesn't have the magic, its inspiration Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep has.
Okay.
Excuse me. A Plague Tale Requiem improves in almost every way over Innocence, but the last quarter is so demoralizing and depressing, culminating in a final chapter with an ending I outright hate. It retroactively harms the first Plague Tale for me.
Damn.
Wow.
Tough.
The Entropy Center is a great homage to Portal, But instead of puzzles surrounding space and dimension, time is the core mechanic. Isla and I tried this out.
I was going to say, didn't you play this game?
A handful of real brain benders, but a fun time and easy recommendation to puzzle lovers. Save Room is brilliant, making a game entirely from RE4's inventory management. Short, simple, and to the point, it's a wonderful example of, when done well, having a single mechanic is more than enough to have a fun game. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe delighted me with its writing and multiple endings, having me chuckle for nearly 7 hours it took to see everything. I'm counting it because of spoiler reasons. Horizon Forbidden West is a stellar sequel to my 2017 Game of the Year, and while better overall than Zero Dawn, the story's final act is so wild, I prefer the first Horizon's narrative. Still, more biomes, locations, tribes, and most importantly, machines coupled with gorgeous graphics, excellent characters, and fun combat lived up to the hype for me. However, there's too much to do, taking me 120 hours to do everything.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Proteus is my runner-up, and such an out-of-nowhere shock on how much I loved it. Not since the first Ori has a game surprised me so. It is voxel doom, but I can't do it justice. Sadly, it won't get the attention it should.
I heard a lot of people talk about Proteus, actually.
God of War Ragnarok is undoubtedly my game of the year, reinforcing my love of the Norse saga for the franchise. I barely prefer its predecessor because of some minor plot threads left open, but everything about it, from character performance to gameplay, locales to score, and especially the incredible story, has me glad I spent 50 hours seeing it all and left me wanting more.
Nice.
Dang.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Good stuff. Love hearing about it.
Good
All right.
year list there.
Let me read this now.
All right.
All right, it's from Bruno Soros. Hello, allies. So, as I mentioned last month, I was going to discuss the backlog and my goals for it this year. Somehow I have over 600 games in my backlog. Good lord.
Wow.
Should I do a hard reset? Probably, yes. But a lot of these games I would like to play one day, or fill in some unnecessary gaps in the series. I enjoy like playing Metal Gear Solid, Ghost Babel on the Game Boy Color. I finished 52 backlog games last year, but more than half of the games in the backlog are part of a series, so that is also a challenge at times. This leads me into the backlog goals a bit. Last year I got through 6 out of 13 games in my backlog goals, which is definitely respectable for the first time generally setting goals for my backlog. Games that didn't make the cut for 2022 were Final Fantasy 7 and 15, which I am finally in a nice consistent groove. Just got to 15-hour mark. Metroid Prime 2 and 3, Paper Mario, and Fallout New Vegas. All for varying reasons, really. Still intend to play them all, but there are too many games. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
For this year, though, I chose 20 games to hopefully beat this year. 2 games have returned from last year, Paper Mario and Final Fantasy 7. Might add 15, we shall see. They are just being joined by other games from their respective series. Joining the ranks among Final Fantasy 7 is Final Fantasy 6 Advance. I've heard that's probably the best version. Got an analog pocket, and I've had Final Fantasy 6 Advance for a few years now.
Yeah.
So no better time to play it. Paper Mario being joined by the Thousand Year Door, which has been in my backlog for 4.5 years now. So hopefully this year that will end. To continue the momentum of Ocarina of Time being beaten in my goals last year, I have a lot of Zelda games this year to play. Starting off with Breath of the Wild before Tears of the Kingdom. Hopefully other Zelda games are Majora's Mask, Wind Waker HD, and the Minish Cap. Yo, you gotta put little Twilight Princess HD on there too. You gotta play that, right? Alright? The Analog Pocket has given me the dedication to hopefully play more Game Boy games and GBA games, so there's that, dude. I want that thing too.
Yeah, it looks sick.
The more singular games from this year's goals are Sly Cooper 1, Assassin's Creed 2, Alan Wake before 2 comes out, and to finish off my replay of Arkham games. Arkham Knight. Death Stranding Director's Cut was also my goals before DS2 reveal. But now that is more of a priority. Sorry, I can't read. Also, I'm playing Resident Evil 5 with a friend, so that's in my goals for that reason alone. Bonds and the last one I need to finish before 6. Which might never happen. 6 games remain, but this is long already. Thank you for hearing me blab on games in my backlog. As always, though, go Jets, even though they're once again out of the playoffs after starting this year 7-4. Love and respect, and jokingly, of course, Hail Hydra. Thanks for all the great work in 2023. Thank you.
Poor Jets.
Love hearing about the back. You got an insane backlog,
Yeah.
but I respect it.
Yeah.
Insane. Keep doing your thing, though.
Poor Go Jets. It's all right. No worry, you can laugh at all the teams.
Important question here, Damian. Is Link currently southpaw, right, or ambidextrous? Link is right-handed right now. Because Breath of the Wild Link is right-handed. I believe he aims his bow with the right hand, too.
You can have motion controls that use either hand. He's going to become ambidextrous, watch.
I mean, I wish... Dude, if they give you an option to make Link left-handed or right-handed, I would lose my shit. I mean, it should be left-handed. That's the canon. I'm upset about Miyamoto, but it is what it is.
Miyamoto. Our next submission comes from Nick. Kimni Khan. Greetings, allies. Before anything, Brad, you're killing it on the hosting front. Keep it up.
Thank you.
I want to write down the games I played this year, plus maybe some notes. I know Brad keeps a list. I've also started doing this a couple of years ago. I also started doing this a couple of years ago. I hope this isn't too much of a mess to go through, but I'm gonna risk it. Asterisk for us. Asterisk is unfinished. Asterisk is finished. Up arrow is not finished. All right. The list in order of starting.
Okay.
So they finished Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Got my PS5 about a year ago, and this game was definitely the first one to play. Love 7 Remake and bought this game plus one controller on the release date without a PS5 in high hopes that the PS5 was not that far off for me. I don't recommend doing it, but sometimes you just gotta believe.
Damn, I love that. That's sick.
That's pretty cool.
That is sick.
All right, did not finish The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword replay. Finished Pokemon Legends Arceus. Love the wild vibes. Really hope they keep the series. Oh, keep like Legends around as a series. Some real great mechanics I wish were in Scarlet and Violet. Elden Ring finished. One of the best gaming experiences in a long while. Definitely many of the same vibes as when I first played Breath of the Wild. This game was like February through June for me. Work, sleep, eat, ring. Work, sleep, eat, ring. Still need to get back to the third run and get the platinum.
Hell yeah, dude.
Triangle Strategy finished.
Yes.
Lovely game. Temtem did not finish. Cyberpunk 2077 finished. Started this game when it came out. Dropped it. This year felt like the right time to come back 1 month before the super patch. Haha. So you started a little too soon. It was like Huber waited for that patch and jumped back in. Lego Skywalker Saga finished. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy finished. Stray finished. Far Cry 4, a replay finished. Finding this came out of nowhere. I never finished it, but played about 3/4 through before. It's brainless, fun Far Cry stuff.
Yeah.
Did not finish Bayonetta 3. We'll probably come back to it in 2023. Did not finish Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. Replay. Finished God of War Ragnarok. I cried a lot at the ending. Ooh. Don't really know if it was just the ending or it was a catalyst for other emotions to get out, but it felt great nonetheless. Finished Pokemon Scarlet. Insanely underdeveloped on the technical side. Still probably going to end up playing this a lot in 2023. I'm a sucker for the loop of catching pocket monsters. Did not finish Chained Echoes. Still playing and am in love. Love the overdrive system. A love letter to the best system, SNES. Even though the visuals look like they're a Genesis game. Elden Ring and Arceus both are probably my biggest standouts for 2022. Still a lot of great games. Love and respect.
Nice. Did we miss someone, Damiani? Unexpected Enemy, are they in later?
I don't have anything for
well,
them.
Let's go through the rest of this and we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think I saw anything from them. Oh, no. RF Switch, I'll just say it now. I moved them to video.
Okay.
You submit a video, you're going in video.
You submit a video, you're going in video.
Going in video. If you submit a 2-minute video to watch, you're going in video.
Cool.
Yeah, you're going in video.
This is from James Davey. Hey, Damiani and Brad. My community showcase posts tend to lay heavy on critique and searing hot takes, but I'm going to do my best to make them more interesting and less incendiary. As I feel to tend to repeat the same tiresome rhetoric over and over. Now, I know some video game characters need haircuts, but blindly I don't know if I have to queue up a wormy line at the barber's for them. Leon S. Kitty needs to stop pretending he's some kind of model and shave off his mummy bowl on head cutting style technique. That's not a bowl cut at all. It's not a bowl cut. And Leon is a model. Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West could do with the trim that resembles one of the lampshades, not because it looks good, but because it looks stupidly hilarious. Alright. Can you scroll up a little? Or down? Sorry.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah. As for Kratos, he no longer needs a bald head. That's so 2005. I think he needs to shave his beard, grow a mustache, wear a poncho, and carry some maracas. This miserable mastodon needs to party for once in his wicked, god-butchering existence. Well, I think he did party a lot in the older games. A little too much. Lately, I've been buying a myriad of PS3 games. Avatar, the video game, Haze, Heavenly Sword, XCOM, Enemy Unknown, Ridge Racer Unbound, and also Puppeteer. Yo, Puppeteer's good. Have either of you got any PS3 game recommendations for me? I'm trying to track down Folklore. Ooh, really nice. Yeah. For a suitable price, but it's difficult to do the games with rarity. We'll come to that after. I would like to sample those. Apparently, terrible Harry Potter adaptations of the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Gears of Potter!
Maybe they can be considered for trash babies at some point.
Yep.
I know the two of you are big fans of Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I think it's an excellent platform, but I think I know a game that might just be superior to it. Rayman Legends.
I don't think so. But...
Here's an idea pitch for Achieve It Yourself. What about a season called Achieve It Yourself Champions, where the teams have to play through achievements they have failed to achieve in previous seasons? Thank you all for you do, love and respect. I do not want to play through those achievements again. Don't make me do that, dude. Don't make me
I also
play
think
those.
if they knew the achievements again, it might be easier the second time around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For PS3 games, I would say get the Team Eco collection if you can.
Yeah, since that didn't get brought forward,
Yeah.
so that's something you should definitely grab.
Maybe check out the Resistance games also, because those never came forward.
Yeah, and if you don't
Well,
have,
you could stream them.
and you don't have Xbox to bring them forward through backwards compatibility, then you need to get the Metal Gear HD collection.
Yes, and get Metal Gear Solid 4 too.
Oh yeah, and Metal Gear Solid 4.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of other games that I recommend have been brought forward, like Valkyria Chronicles is available like on everything now.
Yeah.
Ni no Kuni is available on everything now. Gravity Rush got brought to PS4. Gravity Rush Remastered. Yeah, I think all the
Oh, Side Collection, that's good too. All those collections are good. Enslaved.
Enslaved Odyssey to the West, or whatever, Journey to the West.
Yeah, Huber loves that game.
All right, next submission is from Joe Caruso. I just want to say how much I respect when huge companies show restraint on their marketing for upcoming TV shows or video games to save major secrets, even though those secrets would probably help market their release. Do you remember the marketing for Resident Evil 7? We knew that it would be first person, which is already a big change for Resident Evil. But they didn't show any gameplay whatsoever, only early cutscenes. In the demo, you could only run and hide from the bakers. There was no combat. For all we knew, the entire game might be like that demo. And that would have been a major turnoff for a lot of RE fans, including myself. It wasn't until the video reviews came out that I got confirmation that you could use weapons. I remember seeing a pistol during some early gameplay and getting a wave of relief and excitement. Good on Capcom for not spoiling what the game itself would be like and letting everyone discover it together naturally. Same praise should be given to Disney for not spoiling the major side characters of some of its Star Wars Disney Plus series, like The Mandalorian and Obi-Wan. Baby Yoda is probably the Star Wars character with the most purchased merchandise since the original trilogy, and yet they let us discover the character as a surprise reveal when watching the show. I would have been so much more hyped for The Mandalorian if I knew what it was actually about, but instead my minor curiosity in a show about a new bounty hunter led to discovering the core character dynamic along with everyone else. To be clear, I don't think I would have been upset if Capcom or Disney marketed these things more clearly prior to their release. I'm just impressed when companies are able to resist showing more than they do in these instances. I hope they keep it up and we get more genuine surprises like that. I love hype, but I love surprises even more.
Yeah, I do like some restraint. I think that's important. Yeah. You don't want to spoil everything. I hate
Yeah,
When you
for
like watch a
sure.
movie trailer and you're like, well, that was the whole movie.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch that movie ever now.
Yeah. Every animal movie ever.
Yeah.
Although someone told me the reason why they have to let like people know like what's gonna happen.
Does the dog die?
Yeah, since they're sad, so like they want you to know what you're getting into.
Yeah. All right, this is from Jesse Blue. Hi, Damiani, Brad, and chat. Greetings from the Midwest. It's the start of a new year, and while most people think back on their favorite games and resolutions from last year, I think back on all the time spent watching and listening to Easy Allies. I only actually played about 10 games in 2022, so I tried to make them good. I started off the year in the middle of a Zelda Link to the Past playthrough, but got to a sticky spot. So in February, I started my third attempt at Pikmin 3. I completed it in about 40 hours, which was sometime in May, since I do not get a lot of time for gaming. Actually, this brings me to another subject I wanted to touch on, which is that I didn't have a resolution list for last year's. It's just goals I wanted to reach, but instead of dwelling on what I didn't get done, here's a list of what I accomplished in 2022. Paid off all my credit cards. Very nice. Had breast reduction surgery to help with my back pain. Quit full-time work for part-time. Reduced my stress levels and medication dosages, which helped alleviate some of my side effects. Uploaded 2 videos to my YouTube channel. Got hired from 1 voice-over role in video game. Submitted to 6 at Easy Allies community showcases. Submitted dozens of auditions. Completed 13 items from my 2022 projects list. Nice. I had the surgery in April, and since it took several weeks to recover, that couldn't really use my arms well. My gaming was restricted. I did, however, get a lot more time in July because of my job change. In addition to games, I was able to devote a lot more time to voiceover project until my husband broke his arm in October and I had to help him. 2 months later, and I still have to help him shower, get dressed, even put on his deodorant, and of course drive everywhere he needs to go. We had COVID over the holidays, but I'm over that now and can get back to our regular routine. Back to gaming. I played, but haven't finished, Arcade Paradise, and I have world credits on Pokemon Sword, 55 hours, wow, and Wild Flowers, 145 hours. I played a bunch of Minecraft and tried out several demos. I also finally started Breath of the Wild when the name of the sequel was finally revealed, so I will work on that in 2023. I've tried playing Fire Emblem 3 Houses, but the screen on my Switch Lite is too small, so I may have to invest in a new model when the Switch Pro gets announced. I'm running out of words, so I guess that's all for me. Take care and hugs for everyone. Love and respect, Jesse Blue. Well, Jesse, I don't know if there's going to be a Switch Pro. I think it's just going to be the next successor.
Yeah, those rumors started popping up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the pro time has passed.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where
it's time for
2023. I mean,
yeah, it's time for new hardware. Maybe early next year.
Yeah, I think we're getting to that point. Next submission comes from Astral Crab. Hello, allies. I hope everyone had a good new year and got to relax and or play some games. I recently, after a long wait, started my first ever playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. Going to try to go through Crisis Core and Remake as well this year, in between the other games to get caught up before the next installment.
Yes.
So far, I'm really enjoying it, and I can see why people love this story so much. It made me imagine a timeline to where the game came to cartridge on the Nintendo 64, which was the only console I had at the time, and how it could be as precious to me as Ocarina of Time is, which is my favorite game. Maybe one day we will get a remake for that as well, and I will shed a tear.
Actually, we did on 3DS. That's technically a remake.
But I know it's not the remake everyone wants.
On the topic of Zelda, I can't believe we are less than 6 months. No, like 5.
Yeah, we're getting close.
4 months. 4 months till Tears of the Kingdom. It's still less than 6 months. I don't think I've ever been more hyped for a game that we've seen practically nothing gameplay-wise from, yet so close to release. Just give me a hook shot, and that's all I ask, and some temples. I expect a trailer like the legendary Breath of the Wild trailer from 2017 coming before release, which will blow me away like the old one did back then, and I can't wait to see what they have in store.
Hell yes.
One question I have about Zelda as a whole is what direction do the games go after this release? Since both Brad and Damiani are here, I was wondering what both of you would like to see for a Zelda game going forward. and which doesn't necessarily have to be mainline.
Mm-hmm.
I myself am wondering if we could see a new 2D entry before the end of this generation. Or something that I would really love is an attempt at an RPG with some Hylian heroes. Maybe have Link, a Zora, a Goron, and some other familiar faces as a party going on a new adventure Dragon Quest style. There's so much they could do. I would really appreciate your insight on what you think they might or should do next. Love and respect, Astral Crab.
It's kind of hard to say what I would like them to do next when we don't know what Tears of the Kingdom is going to deliver.
Exactly.
There's a lot we still don't know. Once we play that and have digested it more, then I'd feel much more confident in saying what I want from Zelda. Mm-hmm. But I do like your idea. I've also championed this as a Zelda RPG, Dragon Quest style maybe, like turn-based Zelda RPG. Part with some party members, maybe get a little Zelda in there. Mm-hmm. Maybe some circumstances happen where you got Ganon on your team too. Could be sick.
Dang.
But also, I think the 2D Zelda can definitely happen too.
Yeah.
With whatever Grezzo's doing.
Yeah, I think there's some people who are hoping that Grezzo is going to be working on another
Oracle
follow-up. Yeah, like the Oracle games or maybe the Minish Cap. You meant like the Link's Awakening 2019 treatment. Grezzo could also maybe. I saw something about the where it could go, but it doesn't have to be mainline. I feel like they have established that this Breath of the Wild style is now kind of the main line, at least for the current focus. But there's obviously the older style 2D Zelda games, but there's also the older style 3D Zelda games. And I would imagine it might be more something doable to maybe have Grezzo punch up a little bit at a bigger project. Having him make another Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask style Zelda game.
Okay.
That scale.
Yeah.
So not open world,
Yeah, but the more traditional 3D Zelda scale.
Like a 25, 30 hour Zelda game like that. Yeah. I think they could maybe try their hand at that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aspiring Youth.
Thank you. Our next submission.
This is from Level Capybara. Hi, Damiani. Hi, Brad. Happy January and Happy New Year. Hope yours is off to an excellent start. I have a confession to make. I have bad taste in entertainment. Of course, I'm not talking about EZA. You guys rock. Mm-hmm. But I've been coming to terms with the fact that Gaming World tends to categorically reject a lot of the titles that I wind up loving. To give some examples, I loved the heck out of Triforce Heroes back when it still had a somehow active player base. I logged over 100 hours into the latest and jankiest Rune Factory, and if I ever really got serious about playing a Final Fantasy game start to finish, Final Fantasy 12 would be...
13. Oh,
sorry, 13 would be number one on my list. None of these games are finally remembered by most people, but I can't help but adore games like these when things they get right resonate with me so strongly. The thing is, having bad taste isn't a point of pride for me. Consistently having the wrong take is an isolating experience, and constantly being on the wrong end of online discourse can be especially alienating when you don't have an offline community to share your love of games with. The Farm Sim Nintendo Direct from a while back really drove home the point. I was ecstatic to see so many of my favorite franchises get new installments, but the rest of the world seemed to have had enough of them altogether. I can't change my mind, but I also can't help feeling sad when the things that make me happy can generally make other people irritated. So I thought I'd ask your advice. Do you ever find yourselves rooting for a game that everyone else is rooting against? Does it ever get you down? And if so, what do you do to get over it and to get back and enjoying the game? Love, respect, Lovey Capybara. First of all, Lovey Capybara, you should never feel bad about enjoying a game you like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking those games. Triforce Heroes may not exactly excite me and Damiani, but I got no problem if you like that game. That's cool. I own it. I respect that they tried something different. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Everyone has everyone always has a favorite individual Final Fantasy.
Yep.
There's some people who love Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, definitely there is.
There are people your reaction to that, people don't like 13 but you love it. There's some people I feel about Final Fantasy 8. There's some people who love Final Fantasy 8, but for the longest time, I having not played it, and just seeing so many people trash talk 8 and think anyone who liked 8 was weird.
Yeah.
So, it comes in waves, I guess. You know, 15's I think was the last one, the popular one. To go through that, and we'll see. Even Breath of the Wild had people who were didn't really love
Criticizing it,
it.
yeah.
And kept saying, "Oh no, this is gonna be the future of Zelda." I'm kind of disappointed because it's lacking things that, not me, but other people have personally loved about Zelda. So,
Yeah. People just got different tastes,
yeah, and our Switch has really bad takes on Final Fantasy X.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, and people come in a different series at different times, so they get attached to certain moments maybe more than others. So people just got different taste. I really it's really not worth it, I guess, to get upset about people that don't enjoy something if you do.
Exactly.
There's nothing good's gonna come from it. And in terms of the farm direct or whatever, I think it was just because there was a lot of games like that in there, and people were kind of hoping for maybe some bigger first-party titles. So I think a lot of those games just unfortunate place at the wrong time.
Putting too many of the same type of games together.
Yeah.
I think was probably the issue.
Yes.
In 2022, a lot of indie focused showcases had a lot of farm simulators.
Yeah, it was just oversaturated.
It was becoming overwhelming. So even if a new entry in the series you like was finally getting an update, it was getting drowned out.
Yeah.
So I think that was just part of the problem. Sometimes it's just messaging. That could be the problem. Like we had an earlier discussion about marketing, plotting marketing for not giving away everything. But sometimes marketing more often than not usually doesn't do that. They often do things that people call into question. So
yeah, and just know for every game that you like out there that you think is maybe weird or you feel alone in liking this game, there's definitely people out there that like that game probably as much as you do.
Yeah. All right, chat, behave. All right, we are now in the image segment.
Boom.
And our first submission comes from RF Switch. There we go. Greetings, Brad and Damiani. It's been a long while since I've done this. Jones and Ben were on the last time I discussed this topic. Today's showcase post is going to be more food pics. As a reminder, I love cooking, and whether it be a HelloFresh recipe or making a full-on meal on a whim, I enjoy my time in the kitchen. Here are 9 dishes I've made, which are going to cause you to be hungry. I just ate my Japanese peanuts. Nah, I'm sure they'll still make me hungry.
Yeah, I'll probably get hungry.
And remember, I'm always willing to provide recipes if anyone wants to make these meals at home. All right, let's get this first image going. So this first one is homemade pastaroni.
Is that it?
Is that it? No, I think this is the wrong image. Sorry. Let me get...
Hold up, chat.
Hold up.
Stand by.
Hold up. We spoiled something. Sorry. There it is.
There
Homemade
pastaroni.
pastaroni. Oh, I always go in order, chronological order. So it was my bad for not putting numbers on them.
Fine.
I meant to number them, and I didn't have a lot of time after the spoiler mode to get this set up.
Yeah.
Anyway, homemade pastaroni. So I kind of had a craving for pastaroni for some reason, then decided to make it myself using a recipe I found online. It came out surprisingly well. There you go.
Nice. Very good.
All right, next up, marinated steak and mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
All right, marinated steak with potatoes and green beans. That looks,
yeah.
That's it. Okay. I love making this. I let the meat marinate for almost a full 24 hours before cooking it.
Dang.
Oh, yeah. Next up, nacho cheeseburger.
Wow.
Look at this.
Wow.
A HelloFresh recipe. Note to self, when you have both lemon and jalapeno juice on your hands, no matter if you wash your hands or not, do not bring your hands near your eyes. You couldn't see for an hour. Very good advice. Yeah, you gotta wash them multiple times and rub them down pretty. Yeah, and then you gotta wait a while for putting those anywhere near your eyes. Good stuff. All right, next up, brown sugar bourbon meatloaf.
Yep. Ooh.
A HelloFresh meal I made much, much bigger. I didn't want to make anything fancy for a side, so I made a bagged broccoli cheddar rice to go with it.
Nice.
Nice. Next up, Southwest zucchini boats.
Boats, baby.
Boats.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Oh, I
Whoa.
get it. I really love these. Just stuffed zucchini with a Tex-Mex twist. Twist. All right, sausage and pepper flatbread is next.
Yep. Okay.
Like pizza, but square, I think I used the right amount of ingredients for each of them.
Nice.
All right, now the bento box. Sorry.
Ah.
I got a set of bento boxes in Jessica Lynn Verdi's Discord holiday gift exchange. I bought some cookbooks to go with them. This one is chicken kijiyaki, blanched snow peas, and onigiri. Kijiyaki is a fan-fried meat marinated in a pan with soy sauce, mirin, a sweet sake for cooking, and a little bit of sugar.
Nice.
Mmm. Looks good. Oh, sorry. The next one is taqueria chicken bowls. I got my money's worth out of HelloFresh. My favorite part might be how smooth this went down. Oh, pan fried for earlier. Meat. Okay, so it is pan fried meat marinated in a pan with soy sauce. All right, yeah, just wanted to make sure. I was like, maybe I don't know what fan fried is, but yeah. Okay. And finally, shoyu chicken ramen. There you go. I've shared this one before, but I need to emphasize that I know how to make traditional ramen, not instant. This is the real deal. That's it for me. Bon appetit. Love and respect, RF. P.S. The tarot card that represents Alexander Ziranov is the King of Coins. It represents hard work and patience as well as a mature, grounded man. If that doesn't describe our resident subtitle maker, I don't know what would. PPS. All you gotta do is get Huber to the Arlong Park arc. That's all you have to do, Brad. He'll be hooked on One Piece once he gets to the walk. And you know what? Oh, you know that. You know that. Also, please film his reaction to it. We all want to see him experience the walk.
That's like kind of hard to get into. Like, not in the grand scheme of things, but like, Huber's watched 5 episodes, chat. It's really hard to get him to watch that show.
All right. Our next submission comes from Sebastian Hall, aka Lodius.
Hello, Damiani and Brad. Here comes a little update from Star Citizen yet again. On the test runs, we've just gotten patch 3.18, where us veterans get to try out new functionality before it goes out to the live servers. One of these new features is Ship Soft Death. With the right accuracy, you can now shoot down ships from air without them fully exploding, which is great. So me and one of my friends decided to give it a go and head out to hunt some evil pirates. Yeah, stand by. Ooh, wow. We set off in my friend's new 2-seater Scorpius and scanned for contracts. We found one for hunting down for a Kainari Chapel. Lucky. Lucky. Boy, was his day about to get anything but lucky. After getting the coordinates for his last known location, I took the gunner seat and my friend took the pilot seat. Shit looks cool. Oh. A couple quick quantum jumps later, we got closer to the moon known for its many pirates. 20 kilometers out, my friend called over the comms. I felt butterflies in my stomach as I did final checks on my guns. 15K. 10K. Suddenly, boom! What was that? I cried out. We were getting ambushed. This was not good. Our ship might pack a punch, but I still got quite weak shields. Damn, he's not alone, my friend called out. A wild dogfight broke out. Missiles flying left and right. Escort ships exploding. Cannons firing red hot. Target acquired, I shouted as I got my Kainari in my sights. I squeezed the trigger and quickly he went down. But he didn't explode. I fly as close to where he crashed. You go in and look for survivors, my friend said. He went down, and I quickly leaped out of our ship near the wreck and made my way towards it. Damn, there are survivors. I could see flashlights in the wrecks as I tried to sneak closer. Suddenly, a bullet went right past my head. Opening fire as I tried to shoot back and navigate in. I didn't have any cover, so my only option was to fire and maneuver. I killed 1 pirate, 2, 3. I could see my targets as he stared to run further into the dark wreck. I started to run after him when suddenly a sharp pain in my left arm. Ah! A bullet!
Oh, these were the aerial fights, sorry.
Pew 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 pew. Dogfight!
And I think we are here. Yeah, that's where.
Okay. From a canary grazed my arm. What a rookie mistake! I curled up behind a crate. How did I let myself get this reckless? I'm smart in this. I quickly dug out a med pen, which helped with numbing the pain for now. I turned on my flashlight as I could hear a voice. It was a canary. Who the hell are you? He shouted. I took a deep breath. Just a simple bounty hunter, I answered. I ran up, threw myself around the corner, and fired my gun. Bang! I hit him square in the face. Contract complete. Easy money. Oh, shit. Easy money. I hope you enjoy my latest adventure in this verse. All the love and respect. Sebastian Hall, a.k.a. Lutice. Thank you. That was cool. A little Star Citizen story.
There's this flashlight there.
An insane video game. Love it.
Here was the conclusion.
Easy money.
Easy
dude.
money.
Easy money.
Easy money. Who says that? Easy money.
I know this. Oh, it's Avatar, right?
No!
Doesn't he say that?
Hubert, one of Hubert's favorite movies of all time. Easy money.
Favorite movies about the aliens? I don't know.
Right. Okay.
Terminator 2. Judgment Day.
Yep.
Okay.
John Connor.
John Connor. Okay.
Easy
I haven't
money.
seen him for so long.
When he like robs the ATM with the little
Yeah,
thing.
I only know the little dip. That's the only line I know. Little dipshit.
Next set of images, and our next set of images comes from Nick Gothic. Hello, Damiani. Hello, Brad. My left eye is in awful pain right now because of lack of sleep, so I'll keep this brief and let the images do the talking. All right, let's get the
Cool.
first image.
Let's see those pictures.
It's the first to see this. So we usually get a video submission from Nick Gothic. So
Ah.
hearing their voice, and I'm not hearing it now, so I'm like, oh, but of course.
Whoa.
Great submissions. The first drawing was an inking and shading practice on paper with my darling Nellie in the center with a tambourine and surrounded by a plethora of music and album artwork, which all commonly share 1965 as their release year. I know it's not exactly hard to find Beatles fans, but I wonder if there are any appreciators of Bob Dylan or the Byrds in here. Or how about the Fugs? The Fugs were amazing in their day. The first rock band to use curse words and write songs about boobs, LSD, Karl Marx, and other such lovely things. The Velvet Underground took a lot from them. In any case, all of this music is something that's deeply meaningful to me, and this drawing also made me decide to be kind to myself and buy myself a tambourine this holiday season. It's too fun to use it.
Oh yeah. Very nice.
Sorry.
Looks good.
Yeah, that is really good. The other drawing in 2 shading versions is a special holiday gift I worked on along with 3 other friends, them being Bunny Reviews, Jarhead the Nobody, and Luke, and is dedicated to a Discord server of mine I could rightfully call my home. Every character here is a reflection or representation of one of the users, and the background and details are lined with way too many in-jokes and hidden references that make no sense with zero context, and I wonder what kind of stories you'd be able to piece out from these mysterious details. At least you've had the opportunity to see how I draw my cartoon self, so I figure you'd be able to spot me and where I'm hiding. We're immensely happy with this drawing, and it's a beautiful ode to deep friendships every one of us has made there.
Cool.
What's that bottom left corner image? And then here's the other one.
Oh, night version.
Yeah.
Cool.
And good stuff.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Gamers Republic.
Gamers Republic. Gamers rise up.
Gamers Republic. What the? Alright.
Rise up, gamers.
Gamers Republic. That's a meme. Gamer Republic. Okay.
Gamer Republic.
Gamer Republic.
Only for one gamer.
Singular.
Yep.
Only one of you can rise up.
All right. This is from Mo Grant. Hey, Damiani and Brad. After taking a month off, I'm happy to be back with the latest update for our comic, Max Axel and the Wild Circuit. To catch Brad up, this is a self-contained one-shot story about a fun, cartoony race filled with unpredictably off-the-walls racers that take inspiration from video games, anime, and Saturday morning cartoons. This month, we got 5 fully completed pages that I'm beyond excited to show off. In addition to that, I'm happy to announce that we plan to do a Kickstarter for this book as well, which will be launching sometime in February. More info on the next month, but for now, on to the finished pages.
All right,
Page 1.
Mo Grant.
Whoa. Okay, we begin on the first page with explosive start to our race.
So,
Sick.
zoom it out so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, I love the.
Yeah, it's
vehicles
definitely
in
like
this.
wacky races.
Yeah.
The second page reintroduces our titular star, Max Axel, as well as our color commentators, Roger and Richard. All right. Oh, dude, I like the commentators, dude.
Yeah.
One of them is like Patrick Star, but he's purple. All right. For page 3, the cunning chameleon twins, Karina and Cassie, sneak into first place on the third page. All right. Cool. Yeah, I do like the chameleon twins.
Yeah, they've been.
Their car's cool too.
All right, and then it's 4.
Yeah. And let's see. Page 3. The racers find themselves speeding past desert dunes as the fire-breathing lizard shark and the futuristic Speedhawk battling for position. Speedhawk. Are we page 4 right now?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is page 4. See, there's
Wow,
Speedhawk.
dude, the
Speedhawk's
shark,
nice.
sand shark.
Yeah, I like it. Looks like super like F-Zero. I love it.
Yeah, he reminds me of Voltron. Their outfits. Okay.
And page 5.
All right, page 5. Speedhawk hits the turbo on the 5th page with Lizard Shark hitching a ride with his harpoon gun. Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Very cool. All right.
All right, these next 4 pictures are specifically for Brad. As I mentioned last month, me and my younger brother were at this past New York Comic Con, both in cosplay, with me going as Ryu and him going as future King of Pirates himself, Luffy. Here we got to see my Ryu pictures last month, and I saved the One Piece ones for this showcase. All right, dudes, now we're talking. Oh shit, sick, dude. Got the Wano outfit too. This first Comic-Con pick is Luffy next to a statue of himself. Yeah, hell yeah. Love it, dude.
Very sick.
Looks good. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, this second pick is Luffy ran into Uta. Yep. Love it. It's from the movie Film Red. Oh, shit. And the third pick is a reunion between Luffy and Ace. Damn, I love Ace, man. I love Ace. That's awesome. Right by the Sunny, too. The Thousand Sunny. Love it. No! Unfortunately. Oh, no, dude. Thanks again, everyone, for all the love and support. If you want more comic updates, you can follow us at Lucky33 Comics on Instagram and our website, lucky33comics.com as well. It's our amazing artist website, jrcomicart.com. Dude, awesome. Yeah. Love the cosplay. Oh, he's got 2 different Luffy outfits too. Love it. Sick.
Next submission's from Tierju Engi. Hi, Brad and Damiani. December was a pretty easy month with less work than usual, yet it passed so fast. Watched both Pinocchio movies back to back.
Whoa!
I was surprised how much different they were from each other, but Del Toro's was a good and more interesting one. I liked the Del Toro.
I need to watch that still.
Also watched Glass Onion, which I enjoyed after the awkward start. Maybe I'm just too old to understand those things. It has a style.
Sure.
I wonder
I
how
haven't seen it.
I don't know if you ever said what you thought about Knives Out teared you. What you thought about the start of that too, but I rewatched Knives Out after watching Glass Onion again, and like that's so much fun with Knives Out. It's so good. Avatar 2, great visuals, poor writing, yet it got me excited how they spent a lot of time building the world.
They did,
It was
yeah.
an experience. Did you hear that, Don? Avatar 2, poor writing.
Ooh, damn.
Finished Dragon Quest 11. It was good, but lots of nitpicking I have with it, though nothing big to ruin the enjoyment. Although I gotta say it's a weird choice to leave the best stuff for the secret part. Took me an extra 30 hours, but I was glad I did.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Gotta save the best for last.
I was in a hurry, so I just made some quick drawings last Sunday. Alright, so let's get that first one. Had some issues with the program that kept crashing, so had to save and use another one and redraw there. Then I noticed the size was like 1.4 gigabytes. No wonder it seemed like it had crashed. Anyway, shrunk it to fit a more standard size, and all was smooth again. Okay, so the first one is just a typical classmate scenario. Different colors that fit the mood and easier to work on later. Second one, just to put some details in, and third being some small changes to it. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he says, sorry, then they said, rest is just the Chun-Li I'm continuing from last month.
Sick.
Resizing it is what crashed it, so I had to redraw it because I wanted to draw more than just the upper body. I followed it by adding an alpha suit on her and coloring it quickly.
Yeah, the alpha suit.
Excuse me. Lastly, modified it a bit to give her Street Fighter 6 outfit and a slightly changed the angle of her head, which I'll try to finish next weekend when it's Chinese New Year's. Love and respect.
Awesome.
All right, see the... Yeah.
Chun, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Street Fighter 6 coming up, baby.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6. If Damiani doesn't do that, I'm going to be disappointed when it comes out.
And then, yeah, like, I did it with, like, Street Fighter 5. We're going to get to, like, 6 is going to be, like, the last one, because, like, 7 is 2 syllables, so it's not going to work anymore.
Yeah.
Like, Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 syllable. So, like, 7 is going to be the weird one. Then we'll be back to 8, 9, 10.
We need a new meme.
And then 11 will be broken. So,
we need a new
7's
meme,
going to
yeah.
break it. So, going to be weird. Thank you for that, tier.
Thank you. That was awesome. All right. This is from Sarah Knight. Hello, Damiani and Brad. Hope you guys are doing well and are staying dry. Yeah. So I decided to experiment a bit, and instead of surrendering to the robot overlords, aka AI generators, to create backgrounds for my webcomics, I decided to use dreams instead. Wow. The collection of screenshots is something that is not 100% done and is still a work in progress. I started this back in November and put in a lot of time into it. Also, please ignore the prompts on the top left corners. I put in a first-person puppet because I was too lazy to make my own. Hope you guys continue to stay safe and be awesome to everyone around you. Much love and respect, Sarah Knight. So you made these in dreams, huh? Dreams is such a fascinating thing to me. Oh, cool. Getting Kingdom Hearts 2 flashbacks.
This is the
Front side. Yes. Looking good. Angle at the door.
Other angle.
Yeah,
Closer
another angle, door and surroundings. Should move 3 flashback? True. Another angle at the front side of the little peak of the village I'm currently building. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. I shot the balcony. Yep.
Nice.
Looking good. Backside balcony. Oh, inside the balcony. Man, Dreams is crazy.
Yeah.
Backside balcony. And a functioning fountain.
Dang. Last but not least.
Oh, support human artist. Overview the front side, and you can see what I have planned for the future. Dang.
Nice.
Why is Dreams not on PlayStation 5 or on PC? I don't understand. What is happening? What are you doing?
Yeah. All right.
Anyways, very impressive work.
Yeah.
Well done.
That does it for our image submissions. We now get to put on our headsets. For the remainder. As we move into our audio, and then we have a video right after, we have a single audio submission from Kevin Gillet. Hello, allies. Thank you for brightening 2022, and I wish all the best. I wish all the best to all for 2023. Since it's GOTY time, the 2022 releases that kept me most busy this year were Pokemon Legends Arceus, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Live Alive, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Splatoon 3, and Pokemon Violet. I also had, or I'm still having, a lovely time with Stray, A Little to the Left, and Pentiment. And I'm currently going through Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. As usual in January, I'll submit my newest Christmas song turned into an epic orchestral piece that I did during December. My choice for this year was Let It Snow. Have fun listening to how I twisted it. Love and respect, Kevin Gillet. Here we go.
Sick. So tense. Dang, that was intense.
Yeah.
I think Swordfish described it perfectly. Sounds like the boss fight, the boss theme to Jack Frost. Yeah, you're fighting Jack Frost in a Souls game.
Oh, man. There you go.
Well done.
Good stuff, Kevin, as usual.
All right.
Brings us to our final segment, the video section. And first up, as always, Alexander Zirinov, which means after our read-through here, another Apex Legends video.
Yeah. Alright, hello allies. I'm continuing to highlight Apex Legend characters, and today we'll talk about Octane. Octavio Silvia was born in an ultra-rich family and has never had to work for anything in life. His parents weren't giving him much attention, and at a young age, Octavio began to do death-defying stunts just to entertain himself. Live streams of his performance started to gather thousands of viewers, which gave Octavio a passion for performing grandiose stunts to the roaring cries of a passionate audience. One day, he decided to set a record time by propelling himself with a grenade. He achieved this at the cost of his legs. The doctors said that his daredevil days were over. So, Octavio convinced his childhood friend AJ Chi to forge an order for him to receive metal prosthetics. With the ability to quickly repair his limbs, Octavio decided to join the ultimate adrenaline rush and crowd pleaser, the Apex games. Through other legends, Octavio eventually learned that his father is messing with the games from the shadows to paint their current owners as weak and staged the need for a new leadership. As he and AJ were looking for evidence, they discovered that Octavio's father died years ago, and someone else stepped into his role. Octavio also found a video of his father declaring how much he loves his son. Despite Octavio AJ's protests, he decided to give the imposter a chance, who, as Octavio soon learned, is none other than his grandpa.
Whoa.
In terms of gameplay, Octane is offensive legend. His tactical ability is a stim injector that damages your health but removes all slow effects and significantly increases your speed. This can also be used quickly to relocate to a better position, to get away from pursuers, or to outrun rapidly approaching ring. You can also use it to regain mobility after being caught in one of Defensive Legend's traps. Octane's passive ability slowly restores his health when he doesn't take any damage. This allows you to save your medkits when you have only minor injuries or don't expect to meet another team for a while. Octane's ultimate ability is a jump pad that catapults players, vehicles, grenades, and other thrown objects. Players can launch themselves on either high-reaching or far-reaching trajectory and then perform a double jump in any direction. This enables your team to quickly escape, reach higher ground, get over opponents' defenses, or quickly flank them. You can also place a jump pad in front of a door to deny entrance to a building, or use it to relocate down teammates to a safer place. However, Octane's abilities are loud and give away your position to everyone nearby. I like playing as Octane because I enjoy movement in Apex Legends. In this video, I've tried to highlight his abilities as much as his interactions with Lifeline, Revenant, Seer, and other legends. This is just a small taste. The game is much more than I could possibly show in just 3 minutes.
I'm not just about explosions. I also know about stuff, like
I've
winning.
seen this guy.
I'm the jump master. Duh. Can you feel the speed? Yeah, baby. Saw that. Throwing jump pad.
Ooh.
Hitting the eject button.
There is a
New kill leader. Not for long, pal.
Gonna set up defense over there.
I'll go with. I could use someone to ricochet off of.
Crashing and burning over here.
Hit the eject. Look out! Grenade! Come on, compadre, get up. Come on, come on, come on.
Thanks a bunch.
I got you, amigo. Just don't slow me down. Looking for an extended energy mag. Because if there's one thing I need, it's more energy. Frag grenade here. Could have some fun with that. Ooh, let's use this control panel. Maybe it explodes something.
Target spotted over there.
What are we gonna get? Oh, the weight is killing me. I'm down. Oh, I actually got hit.
What would you do without me? Deploying headstrong.
Really, Jay?
Need my help again, huh?
I'm not so useless now, am I?
Glad you're finally pulling your weight.
Can't let me have anything, huh? Oh, that's gonna... Broke that enemy shield. Ooh, nailed that whole squad.
Next time, give me the kill.
Piece of advice, amigo. Wanna go faster? Lose the loincloth.
Don't go thinking I owe you anything.
Hey, you and Chesh will get together. It'd be like 2 sticks in the mud. I'm bored. Checking out over here.
I will be right behind you. Stand and fight. Be more helpful than your father has been.
1 sec. Healing up.
Dude, maybe we stop yapping about my pops for once?
Yes, I would not abandon you, despite your father's actions.
Ah, you and Crypto should
Optics
form a
here.
fan club for
Close
the old
range.
man. Hey, we got bad guys over there. How you like that? Bad new shield. Reloading.
I may be the new king.
That was it.
You are the Apex Champions.
As always, gotta end with that victory.
Nice. Good stuff, Alexander.
Good stuff, Alex. All right, our next submission, which was under text, but I ruled it as video, is from Maddie, aka Unexpected Enemy. Howdy, allies! Happy New Year! I'm back with another short blog piece about an upcoming indie release that I'm really looking forward to. If I may make an additional request, can we play the trailer linked here prior to reading my post? So here we go.
Okay.
Got a little bit of a video first. Alright, and I think play, didn't I?
Looks cool. I like the music.
All right. 2023 is looking to be another great year for games. While I'm looking forward to highly anticipated releases like The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Final Fantasy 16, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and more, there are a few lesser-known projects I'm arguably more excited about, one of which is a recently funded Kickstarter game by a Filet Group called The Big Catch. For their Kickstarter page, The Big Catch, from their Kickstarter page, The Big Catch is a 3D platformer all about tight, expressive player movement, exploration, and fish. In addition to inheriting the best parts of retro and modern platformers, The Big Catch is designed by something fresh, like the fish. I'm always thrilled when I see indie developers venture into the PlayStation 1 and 64 era space. We've been inundated with 2D retro-inspired games for years, and while there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, The Big Catch looks refreshing and inspired. The character designs are charming. There's a certain buoyancy, stretchiness to the animations that makes it feel alive. The music in the trailer is incredible, and the traversal platforming looks satisfying. Speaking of the game's soundtrack, I sent the composer Quaid Zabin a tweet on Twitter complimenting him on how the piece from the trailer was evocative of the PS1 era and how it also reminded me a bit of Kohei Tanaka's work on Alundra, one of my favorite PS1 games of all time. To my surprise, the composer confirmed my suspicion that Tanaka's work was in fact an influence. I didn't become aware of this game until after the Kickstarter was already funded. I've been skeptical of most Kickstarter projects, however, after having backed a few that were either disappointing, like Mighty Number 9, or have yet to release, like Unsung Story, which I backed in 2014. But the big catch looks promising. The developers have gone mostly silent and are presumably hard at work since their campaign ended, so I'm hoping the game is as special as the trailer makes it out to be. 2023 is shaping up to be another amazing year in gaming, and while the big haul for most people will be games like Street Fighter VI, Dead Space Remake, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor, for example, I've got a special lore set aside for the big catch, and I can't wait to reel it in.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Nice.
Looks good. All right, this is from Damon Radioactive Magic. Greetings in the New Year, allies. Hope your holidays were fantastic. Continuing my trend of submitting Pokemon based video or game design video, this one is pretty exciting. I designed and wrote my own Pokemon villain team, complete with somewhat cartoonish style to their villainy and plot twists. In my previous episode, I went over general design principles in games and writing for how to write a decent villain, and now I have to prove it. And I hope I have succeeded. Regardless, I had fun making this episode, and I hope you will enjoy watching it, or watching just a small part I can show you. Can you please go from 241 onward, and we're going to begin to spin the tale of Team Echo. Echo the Dolphin. No respect, Damon.
Based on Team Eco. You are told of a nefarious group that is trying to sabotage local farms by poisoning their lands. To borrow an idea from my previous episode, let's say they are working on something called Project Misery. In a new region based on somewhere that uses a large amount of land for agriculture and having many farms all lined up next to each other, perhaps Denmark or the Netherlands, a Pokemon exclusive to the region called Grubble is known as the Wasteful Pokemon. It voraciously gobbles up any kind of food and pukes a toxic sludge that, although creates very fertile soil for berry trees, causing them to produce a lot of extra berries, it is useless to all other plants, at least for a few years, which is great for the Grubble as they like to eat berries the most, but not so great for the local farms. Not to mention that the sludge can poison people and Pokemon for a few days afterwards while it airs off. Team Eco owns the largest berry tree farm in the world, using the different berries to create all the kinds of potions you are familiar with, and then sells them to the other regions. Eco seems to be capturing a lot of Grubble and other Pokemon. When encountering the grunts, they steal your money, potions, including antidotes, as well as berries that accomplish the same things. All they tell you is that it is for the greater good. Townsfolk might remark, they make all these potions, but now they are hoarding them to drive up all the prices. Throughout the game, there are a few incidents where a swarm of Grubble would occur around local farms, eating their crops and poisoning their fields, with Team Eco being right at the heart of it. Mechanically, this could mean that in that area during the swarms, the player's Pokemon could become poisoned just by walking around, sapping the whole team's health. Perhaps Pokemon found in the wild, with the exception of Grubble, could start at lower health and are already poisoned. Thankfully, the Pokemon centers are more than equipped to cure your Pokemon and those of the farmers immediately, but townsfolk express their concern for all the wild Pokemon that won't get treatment and die. If you like to take some time to talk to NPCs, you'll learn of how the people used to be very happy with Team Eco. After all, they were formed by a collection of local farms only 30-odd years ago. With their founding and focus on berry trees, the rest of the local farms have been expanding and specializing in new crops. relieving competition and bringing about a golden age of commerce to the region. But recently, things have gone incredibly sour. Team Eco has been buying up all the lands made worthless by these Grobble at a price that doesn't entirely compensate for the loss. People would also quickly point out that since Team Eco has been hoarding all the antidotes and potions, the citizens would have a harder time keeping their Pokemon safe from attacks. Additionally, during any Grobble swarm, Team Eco overruns and controls the local Pokemon Center.
And that's
Okay.
a little more into
Dude,
it. Sounds
Crazy
like
backstory.
sounds like the plot of Jurassic World Dominion right there. A little bit. The locusts.
Very thought out. I like it.
Yeah, very cool.
Good stuff, Damon.
2 more submissions. Our next one comes from Robert Lee. Happy New Year, allies. Hope you're feeling better, Damiani. I'm normally the first person to point out things I don't like about games and even nitpick certain issues, like Elden Ring's crippling performance issues on PC and how Bayonetta 3 is too good for the Switch. But this submission is about the positive aspects of the games I finished last year. I can't think of any game that truly stood out for me last year, so I thought I'd share a video that hooked me in 8 of the games I played. It's been an awesome year for gaming. There was always something I wanted to play, and even skipping cutscenes in most games, there were so many games I missed out on. It's been an embarrassment of riches. Shout out to the games that didn't make the video: Immortality, which had some exceptional performances, and Return to Monkey Island, which I loved the witty humor. I don't want to say too much about Stray or King Arthur Knight's Tale, as I'm trying to stay positive. I wanted to add how much I enjoyed Achieve It Yourself. What a roller coaster of a season. I cannot wait for the next season. Frame Chap has also been awesome, even though Brad never selects my poorly written submissions. I love the keep it up and sort it out segments. Brad, keep being excellent. Lastly, I have thoroughly enjoyed the community showcase. Damiani, everyone who submits, thank you for keeping this going. Every month has been a delight. Can't wait to watch your Elden Ring of the Year discussion this month. Love and respect, Robert Lee.
I could have sworn I've written some of your stuff before, Robert Lee. I look so tired of that. Probably was.
All right.
Yay.
Final submission.
All right. Mellow Fellow. Hello, Brad and Damiani. Here's another nice little review I cooked up using the golden voice tier. Funny coincidence that Brad is here today, considering he reviewed this game as well. Love and respect, Mellow Fellow. Oh boy. The blue blur.
Sonic the Hedgehog is no stranger to 3D. He made a considerable splash with the first Sonic Adventure games, but since then has had a bit of an identity crisis. We've gone from fighting King Arthur to werehogs, and even gun-wielding hedgehogs. Nothing is too outlandish for the classic Sega mascot. Did Sonic Team finally hit the mark with Sonic Frontiers? Or should this blue blur go back to the drawing board once again? The biggest change you'll notice is the open world aspect of the game, or open zone, as they call it. The game is broken up into islands, where Sonic may roam freely and do a wide variety of tasks and platforming challenges in order to collect the Chaos Emeralds and save his friends in cyberspace. We've seen Sonic tackle open areas before in the Adventure series, as well as Unleashed, but they don't come close to this scale. The many obstacles and challenges around the map are intertwined in such a way that once you're done with one challenge, you're quickly starting another. It all flows quite well, and while there's obvious pop-in, it never really felt like it impacted the obstacle immediately ahead of us. The platforming can be challenging from the get-go, but the same can't be said for the puzzles. Some are as easy as holding a boost button to complete, but thankfully they do get tougher further into the game. Traditional 3D Sonic levels are scattered around the map where you'll blast through as fast as possible to achieve S rank. There are also challenges for each of them, but they don't offer much, and it's rather easy to get an S rank on your first or second attempt, which is a shame because each stage has its own unique music track. It's even more of a bummer when the levels are, for the most part, rather short. Sure, there's a lot of them, but you can complete most in just over a minute. It would have been nice if the missions were more difficult, or the levels themselves were longer, to listen to the fantastic music Sonic games are known for. Regardless, the stages are well crafted, and players may notice elements from previous Sonic games like Sonic Heroes, Adventure 1 and 2, Unleashed, and more mixed into the level design to pump some nostalgia and variety into the mix. Naturally, combat is different from other games in the series. Sonic can gain XP through a number of ways, from defeating enemies to purchasing them from Big's fishing minigame. While basic, the skill tree does provide Sonic with a variety of moves and helps make enemy encounters feel different enough as you go through the game. For us, the mini-bosses, or Guardians, around the archipelago were some of the best highlights. Encountering each for the first time was exciting, yet frantic in the best way possible. It gives us hope for what Sonic Team has to offer in the future. If you were really looking for a blast from the past, then look no further than the major bosses, or Titans, found on each island. For better or worse, these fights feel like they came straight out of the early days of 3D Sonic. They're huge spectacles where Sonic and the Titans clash fists, shoot gigantic lasers, and move a bit too quickly for their own good. There's classic things like clipping, irrational movements, and on rare occasions, losing track of where you are on screen. But we can't help but love it. After one gets a handle of the chaos on display, it all kinda comes together, especially with the battle's bombastic, in-your-face rock music. At the end of the day, the inspiration for Sonic Frontiers is clear, but the developers put their own spin on the formula to truly make it their own. The open world, combat, and level design is a nice breath of fresh air that seems to be a big step in the right direction. It's a unique experience that feels like only Sonic can pull off, jank and all. let's just steer away from the redesigns and werehogs and focus on the simple core of the series. A speedy blue hedgehog trouncing the plans of his egg-shaped antagonist, and all the while, having fun doing it. Final score, 8.2 out of 10.
100 point scale. Alright. Nice. That was so weird. It was like... I was like, is this my review? I've just seen the song footage in Jones, which might be mine. But well done. Well done. Gotta get that S. Ooh, didn't get those red rings though. Or star coins, whatever they're called. Nice work. That was sick.
Well, that is gonna do it for this installment of the Community Showcase.
Yay! Thanks for submitting, everybody.
Thank you to all our $10 and up patrons who submitted. And if you would like to submit next time, patreon.com/EZAallies, $10 and up patron will get you that access. I'll make a Patreon post with Community Showcast. Showcase, calling for your submissions, and we'll cover them next month. I don't know who's on next month. I forgot. I think it might be Isla.
I think.
I believe it's Isla next month for February, so...
Yep.
Yeah, that's coming up.
But
Showcase.
tonight, we got some stuff coming up. First, we're doing the talent show part. The talent show section. Which... might be pretty fast, might be... We'll see. We don't know. I have no idea what else is doing. We'll see. But after that, it is the 2023 prediction special.
Yeah, there we go.
Get excited.
The real stuff.
It's gonna be sick.
That's what you're
this year,
in for.
I'm making sure everyone is submitting an answer. I got all the questions out.
Oh, is the reason we didn't submit answers because there's stakes behind everything?
Not really.
Okay.
There was a bunch of hoopla and stuff that doesn't even make sense, but
Okay.
don't worry about it. It's going to be a good time. So come back in about an hour and a half. We'll be starting.
90 minutes.
90 minutes. It's going to be sick. So please be excited. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Damiani is not rocking a man bun, but that'd be hilarious.
Man bun.
I think just because your hair is like,
Oh.
you can't see. No. No man bun. But that would be awesome.
No.
But yeah.
Headphones.
Thank you everybody for submitting once again. Really appreciate it. Super cool. Good stuff.
Yep.
Anything else, Damiani, or are we good to go?
We're good to go.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. And we'll be back in 90 minutes.
Yes. We'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.